You're listening to the PTO Unlimited podcast.
Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 56.
56.
I've got nothing significant.
I don't either.
Nothing significant about 56.
56. No.
Nope.
It's going to be a great episode, guys. That's all I'm going to say.
I will say, why don't we say what you need to say regarding T-shirt Tuesday?
Oh, yeah.
Regarding. Say what you need to say, bro.
I've been pushing this a lot lately on Precast and Facebook and everything. We are doing a giveaway on our Facebook page, facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. If you're not already a fan, then go over there and be a fan. Like our page. We're doing a giveaway with this certain prize. It is one of our podcast T-shirts that Alex is modeling for our video. And Brett, I'm the odd man out. But
okay, Power Rangers is
I think
still
we've
awesome.
all only worn it together once.
Yeah, and that was that for a year?
The first show that we
That was just the first time we had the shirts.
Oh, but we have a post on that's pinned to the top of our Facebook page. That is our T-shirt giveaway. All you have to do is like our page, share the post, and comment on the post. That's it. That's all you have to do for a chance to win.
On the original post. Not,
the original post.
Not a post someone
Not
shared.
my post, not Alex's post, not Brett's post. If you're friends with us on Facebook, go to our actual page.
Yes.
I can't state that enough. Like, I actually told some people, like, no, you're doing it wrong place.
Thank you for the comment, but put that comment somewhere else.
I can't properly do
Put that comment where it counts.
It can't be a proper giveaway without that. So please do that. We've got a lot of people already, sharing it, and a lot of people have seen it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot better than last year when we first started.
Oh God, I'll never do that again.
What'd you do?
That was that Gears of War.
It was too early.
It was way too early.
I told you guys it was too early.
Well, you never know. You push the boundary just a little bit.
Try new stuff.
Try. Yes, and we're doing new stuff now with our video podcast.
I'm sure we will have success with this, considering there are plenty of people that want the shirt.
Yeah. And it is a good-looking shirt that I created.
That I bought and made?
No, you didn't make it.
You made the logo. You did the business side. I did nothing. I gave
you are
cash.
a model.
We need to give you an actual job title, Brett.
I'm just a co-founder / co-creator at this point.
I think he likes that title.
That's okay. And but we'll find some stuff for you to do, Brett.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So you guys want to jump in?
Do you guys remember at the end of our podcast last week? You said it was like it's over my head or something like yep, yeah, it is. Or what were we talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember exactly.
It just like kind of came out of my mouth like oh, it's over my head. Like I won't get it. I'm like yep.
Yeah, you dissed me.
Did you drive in that storm on the way home that night?
Oh yeah, that was a pretty nasty storm.
I didn't think that it was bad while I was driving.
There was hail and a whole bunch of tornadoes, I guess.
Yeah, it did not. It might have rained a little bit, but it wasn't bad.
Did you do anything this weekend?
Well, let's see. This weekend I worked on Saturday. I tried to mow, but it just rained too much.
I'm going to say, I was like, my mom was complaining about that. She's like, I'm not going to be able to mow for 2 weeks.
This weather has been so weird.
No, it's not. It's spring.
This is not spring weather.
So far, April's been warmer than May. Which is
well, we're 3 days in, Brett.
Yeah, we're not far in May, but it's been 50s.
As of recording, this is May 3rd, so...
other than that, I really didn't do anything.
Alex went to a baby shower. You want to talk about... Yeah, you had some questions for Brett.
I did. I was actually like... I find out that these days going to things like baby showers, I find myself just taking notes.
Like preparing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still going to be a little bit, but...
We got time.
There's so many new things that are that I'm very interested in doing for myself. And I had there's 2 coworkers at work that are within 4 weeks of each other, so we just threw it like a double baby shower.
Sure.
Some of the one big thing that I wanted to go over and ask you are you familiar with what is it? I don't know what the proper term would be. Washable diapers?
Cloth diapers.
Okay, they're cloth diapers, but I'm not talking about like the cloth with like you put a safety pin. I'm talking like you actually put some money into these suckers and the way that they're formed and built and how you can reuse them.
No, we don't do that.
You just did disposable?
Yep.
Yeah.
Were you ever interested in that kind of thing?
I didn't know that was a thing, so no.
So I'm just going to try to somewhat blow your mind here. But I ended up like just raising my hand most of the time going, how does that work? Or how does that do that? Like I was like, and finally they just gave me the damn diaper to play with. And
Alex playing with diapers.
So, and what it is it's pretty much like you see like a baby's in their swimsuit diapers or whatever. So it kind of looks like that. So the outside is waterproof and the inside is cloth. So it's washable. And then it's almost like there's like a dryer sheet or something that you put in there.
Maybe it is a dryer sheet.
And that's like, it's thinner than a dryer sheet, but it's like a filter almost, like a filter paper.
We got to get those for people who fart.
It's soft and it's that's the disposable part. Yeah. And apparently how it works is when your baby goes poop, the juices and stuff will go kind of onto the diaper itself, but it'll filter out the solids. So, and that is disposable to go down the toilet. So you don't even have to throw it in the trash.
God.
You just take that, you throw it over in the trash, and then you can, it comes with like a little baggie so you can put that diaper to be washed away and then put a new diaper on. The other big factor that I thought was cool, because I'm like, well, what's going to happen once the newborn gets bigger? Then you have to buy a bunch more. And the way that these diapers are formed is they have little snappy things, and
they're called buttons?
Yes!
Little snappy things.
Okay, so whoop. Yes, buttons. Oh my god. All right, so
those snappy things.
That's almost
That's
as
gotta
good
be
as
the title.
shelf.
That's got to be the title right there. Little snappy.
Damn, Alex, you're working
things.
it.
Sorry, like that's
What was that?
That was my Bluetooth speaker. It was like flipping like a coin, you know? How it goes wow.
Okay,
wow,
anyways.
wow.
It's got buttons like that will fold down. So that way when they're small, you can flip over the diaper and it'll that way it's not all the way up over their belly or their abdomen, and then it expands out, and it's from like newborn to 40 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're gonna have
40 pounds?
Yeah, you're gonna have these diapers forever.
That's like third grade.
It's not third grade.
Not third grade, but
You have no idea. I didn't break 100 until... Actually, I didn't even break...
You really do have no idea.
I was a very thin child.
So was I, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, you and I, we're
Leela's
both.
2.5, and she probably weighs about 35 pounds.
Yeah. So
Chunk.
You're talking about like...
She is not a chunk.
Well, that's every baby is. In fact, up
She's
until
not a
you
baby.
until
She's
you
2.5.
go in, she's still a baby.
She's not
I consider until 3
she's
a baby.
toddler.
Anyways,
We don't have children, so that's
you
how
have your baby fat until you're at least halfway through your teens. So
depending on the person. Either way,
Right.
diapers. I thought that they were so incredibly like just that I ended up like taking like pictures and stuff of the diaper, not of the diaper, but like of the card that came with it, because there's a store in town that sells them.
Yeah.
But other than that, the box, like the care package, we got the girls, or the one girl that was doing cloth diapers. We ordered them off Amazon.
So how much are we talking?
Well, that I don't know. I just pitched in some money.
Let me look it up.
I don't know what they're.
I want to know what we're preparing ourselves for.
Have either of you ever changed a diaper?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the conversation. One of my good old friends is she's pregnant right now, and she is going to be having a diaper party, which apparently that's a thing. I didn't even realize that's a thing.
Yeah, that is. A thing.
But she's on her 4th kid, so I can see why she's like, oh, I don't need all of the bottles and this and that. I have all of that.
Right.
I need diapers and wipes. And I'm like, well, what do I bring? She's like, diapers and wipes. That's all. That's all. We have fun.
Okay, so Alex, you're gonna need to help me out here. So these are the. Is this it?
If you say the brand name, that's not it.
Alva baby.
No, I don't know. I texted it to myself or something.
These are they're $40.
No, they were pretty penny. But the thing is, like, you have
6-pack.
You have to put like the money into it. And we just
with 12 inserts. This might
we
be
just took all
something
the money
that
we got from everybody
it's
and
probably
put it in.
comparable.
Right. There's Mama Koala.
No,
Show all 92 items that are
So-
there was
Oh.
two different brands that we bought.
Josh, you have changed a diaper, have you?
Oh, yeah, she was babysitting
I'm
when
like,
we were
that was
dating.
my first
I
job.
forgot you were
I was a
babysitting.
babysitter. I sat a child, which, by the way,
What the hell was that?
I thought it was your phone.
oh, I don't know what that is. I babysat a kid from she was like 3 months old until the time I think she was about 5. I want to say, and she just popped up on my Facebook.
It's
she's
the cord rubbing up against your stand.
Reese is in 9th grade.
Oh, she's a freshman.
She's going to be a freshman. Well, she's going to be a freshman this year.
Wow.
And it's like blowing my mind because I'm like, I pretty much like raised
Alex
her the
raised
first 5
her
years.
for 5 years, pretty much.
So I was like, oh my god, it's so weird to see that. But yeah, so I've changed plenty of diapers.
Long story short.
Long story short, yes, I'm a female and
I changed my
many diapers.
nephew's diaper.
I make him change diapers when there's a kid around.
I don't think I ever changed Haley's.
The problem with that, so to go back to my best friend, I asked her, wow, I was really kind of wowed by these diapers. I'm like, what do you think about these? And she goes, absolutely not. And I asked her why, and she said that she tried that with her last kid, which would have been her third kid. She said with other kids around, it's an extra step and it's just not quick and easy to do.
Maybe for the first kid.
Money saving wise, there's somebody I know that already does that, and she has 2 kids, and she did disposables with the first one, and she's doing this with the second, and she said it has saved her a shit ton of money.
Diapers are expensive.
But she said you have to have the patience to get to learn the diapers,
Yep.
and
Can't you get diapers from Wick?
Oh,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is that still a thing? Is Wick still a
Wick
thing?
yeah,
still
Wick
a
is still a
thing,
thing.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's there's one other thing. There is
Alex, when you make a hand motion like that, it kind of gets me. What are you talking about here? How is Babby formed?
There are 2 things that somebody gave one of the other girls, which was like teething rings and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is bacon flavored, like it's like a bacon chewy thing, and it tastes like bacon when they chew on
Wow.
it.
Have
And
you
there's
ever
one
se-
that's chicken wing flavored too, and they got both of those. 'Cause
Have you ever seen
the,
the video of the baby trying bacon for the first time?
No.
It's like
think
its
so.
eyes were just open to the world, like holy
But
cow!
apparently she got them because he had the little clicker thing for the registry and saw them and put them on the registry. She opened them up. She's like, what is this? We're like, it was on the registry. And she's like, damn it.
Did you know that bacon is actually more addictive than heroin?
I don't
It
like
does the
bacon.
same thing to your brain.
Well, when I was a child, yeah, I was always kind of grasping for
Yeah,
the
Alex has
last
been
piece of
really
meat.
hating all
I just-
breakfast meats.
I don't know. I think it just comes with getting older. Your stomach just kind of tells you this is not good for you. Don't do it.
Turkey bacon?
I do. I tried the turkey bacon. I like
no,
the turkey bacon.
I can't do turkey bacon.
It's definitely different, but it's less greasy. It's less salty. Like
Yeah,
I like.
Yeah, so are Band-Aids. You can compare it to it.
No, I'm with you.
I like turkey bacon.
Gross.
It was yummy.
Just eat a freaking slab of turkey then,
No,
if that's what you're
It's
going to do.
not comparable.
Either way, that was my conversation
It's
on
gross.
diapers. What would you think? Like, if you have another kid, like, would you? If I were to get, like, I bet you if I were to give you the diaper and you'd play with it for a little bit, you'd go, "Oh my god, this is
I
cool."
think you learn to use them well, and it could be beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully, using me as an example, by the time we had another one, Leela would be out of diapers. So,
Mm-hmm. There is also a sippy cup that there's no like holes in it. Like it's really weird. Like it's a rubbery kind of top, like that's kind of indented, and it's just the kid can pick it up from any side and start sipping on it, and
yeah,
it
we
comes
have
out.
those.
How does that work? There's like
when they
Suction pressure?
If it's the one I'm thinking of, they bite down on the
Yeah.
top, and it releases that way.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
They were passing that around, and we were pulling it apart, and like,
Yeah, I really
what the hell?
I didn't understand it either, and I asked Casey, I'm like, how does this work?
Engineering.
it just like blew my mind. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like back in the day, like
People put money into that shit now.
I know.
Like when we were growing up.
I was like, I'm just taking notes on my phone. Like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. There's diaper warmers. There's bottle warmers. Like all
Yeah.
this. I feel really old.
Well, that's the thing. Like when we were growing up, all we got were bottles and chew toys, pretty much.
Pacifiers.
Oh,
Well, yeah, that's considered a chew
what
toy.
is? Do you call pacifiers pacifiers?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard them call
They're also called. What was the other one? Pacifier,
Binky?
Binky, and the weird one.
And this one was the one that I heard at the baby shower, a fooler.
Never heard of that.
Because it fools them
It
into
fools-
thinking they're sucking on a tit.
But apparently it's a very old school term. I've never heard about it before. She goes,
Never.
"Oh, look, more foolers." I'm like, The hell are you saying?
What is a fooler?
That's a pacifier or a binky.
Leela never took a pacifier.
That's
Really?
good. That's good.
It is
Because it
it's
actually
hard to break.
does with that. There's that, and it messes with your dental.
I got them 2 pacifiers that said mute button, and then the other one said pull to sound the alarm or something like that. I thought that was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Baby stuff is cute.
Yeah.
Not yet though.
No, I'm not ready for little swaddling children.
Someone
to
did
run
make the comment though. They're like, "Oh, you have a podcast, right?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, maybe you guys should get pregnant and then talk about the pregnancy and everything that you're going through, because I could make it super interesting, and then I'd listen to it."
Yeah, and then for 6 weeks I'll be
Sorry.
talking to myself.
Right. It's like, I'm just sitting
Hey,
here.
Andrew, I need you for 6 weeks.
Oh, we can get Rick on here.
I did
and-
see that there is quite a bit of pregnancy podcasts out there. Like
Oh,
that
I
would be
believe
that'd be a
You'd
fun
be
thing.
surprised what kind of podcast
There's
there
a
I
are.
definitely
lot
wouldn't be
of
able to
podcasts.
sit up here anymore.
Oh, we
I have to give you my chair.
what?
Just switch spots.
Well, yeah, because I would need
Put
that
you back
thing
in
to
the corner.
hold my
I need
microphone.
I need to go to our SoundCloud.
Why?
Why?
Speaking of podcasts, I need to do a quick shout out.
A quick shout out.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of like that was my weekend. I also made some killer brownies.
Oh, you want to talk?
No,
Tell the story.
No, I don't.
Tell the story, please. I was lolling, and Alex doesn't want to tell this story.
We made the brownies like the night before the baby shower. So, what I ended up doing was I about left without grabbing the brownies because I was just going to go straight from work.
You are sugarcoating this.
I was going to go straight from work to the baby shower, and I didn't have a rectangular baking pan, so I ended up having to do a circle baking pan to make the brownies.
Okay.
And the brownie's brownie, no matter what. And in the morning, I ended up going downstairs, and I about left without the brownies. And I went downstairs and went, oh crap! I still need to split the brownies because they were sitting overnight, like cooling down. And I went to go cut them, and it wasn't cutting because it was a little burnt on the edges. And then we had layered the pan with foil, so I ended up taking the foil out, trying to get the the whole circular pie of brownie out, and that was just falling apart everywhere. And then finally I just ripped everything off because I was frustrated, and I ended up just going, well, how the hell am I supposed to cut this into little squares because it's a circle?
Yeah.
Because that's how you eat brownies. So I cut it in half like a pie, then I cut it in half another time, so now I just have 4 big pieces.
She was doing this all within a couple minutes.
I was just
too.
trying to figure this out. I'm like, I gotta go. And I just started breaking apart pieces and then cutting them. And then I thought I got them all done, and I put them in the box. And then I realized I had one large triangle left, and I was like, screw it. So I just threw it in there and said I'd come back later after work and finish it.
Yeah.
And so I come home, and I'm like, Josh goes, you forgot the brownies. I'm like, yeah, I know. Can you, as I'm driving home, he's like, it's like, can you please just do me a favor and fix my mistake and cut the brownies up into little squares to make them look pretty?
And I did.
He opened them up and he's like, what did you do? And it looked like I just ripped apart the brownies.
Yes. It was when she told it the first time, she was in I was in
rant
mode.
panic rant mode.
It was funny. It was really funny. Basically, it's
It was a had to be there kind of moment.
I wasn't even there, and it was funny.
Either way, I had made so when Josh probably walked downstairs, he probably saw foil flew everywhere.
Oh, foil was everywhere,
and then
chocolate,
chunks of brownie were everywhere. And it just looked like I got pissed off at the brownies and threw them everywhere.
I was like, okay, well, Alex was in a hurry this morning. That's just how I thought.
I was trying to make it so I didn't have to go back home, but I ended up doing it
Hey,
anyway.
it's no big deal. NBD. Playing and watching.
Let's see playing and watching.
You got anything new?
As I go, I'm almost done with season 9 of How I Met Your Mother.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm watching it, I'm just like, this is so different from any of the other seasons.
I think it's more serious.
It's more serious, and some of them, the way they're doing it, in some episodes, Ted's already met his wife, and they're doing flashbacks.
Yeah.
And, Jason Segel is hardly in it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just very different. It's still good, but there's less comedy, more serious, but there are parts I laughed my ass off on one part, and I can't remember what it is. But
Must have been so memorable.
I'm sure it was at the time.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why Jason Segel was in it, he didn't want to do it.
I know.
And another thing is, they were probably just centering the rest of the show around Ted.
Yeah.
Because this was his
time
story.
to meet his mother.
Yeah.
Meet
His mother. Hey,
his
Mom!
wife. Meet his wife. The only other thing I did watch, I'm continuing on with the Fast movies, so I finished Fast 5 today.
Okay. So you got
And
2 more, and then...
2 more, yep.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go see it.
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
We're going to go see Guardians this weekend.
Yes, we are. Going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Probably Saturday.
Probably Saturday?
Probably
thinking?
Saturday.
Yeah. Or Sunday. Sunday. Well,
we're seeing it this
either
weekend.
way, I'm busy.
We're seeing it this weekend.
I do a lot of work for our podcast. Watching. Let's see here. We watched Small Soldiers last night.
Oh, nice.
Well, I caught the end of it.
Yeah, it was. It's on Hulu, so we saw it in HD, and I was like, "This is so."
I know. I woke
different.
like I had fallen asleep and he had watched it, and then I woke up to the last bit where the war is like happening out on their lawn, and that was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, this isn't fuzzy looking. Like it's clear. It looks brand new. And then you mentioned a comment, like you said this.
Okay, first I want to say is this movie was way ahead of its time.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
That's what she said.
Oh, I thought you said that's what she said.
That's what she said.
It was very ahead of its time. I think it came out in what, 99, 98? 97? So we passed by that already.
No, we talked about it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry if I didn't remember that. I mean, that was back in January. Who remembers what they talked about in January?
Okay.
Did you know that Stan Winston did the animatronics?
Yeah.
Holy cow, that guy could do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad he passed. Stan Winston, Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, he's done
Oh,
Any
one thing that
horror,
Alex I knew would...
any horror that had something. Most likely it was Winston.
Yeah, he did. He was like the Jim Henson of animatronics.
Yeah.
He could do practically anything, and camera work and tricks and all this stuff. Like
I know it was believable when I was a child.
What, Small Soldiers?
Yeah.
You do realize half of the soldiers are always CGI, right? When
Like I know when I'm a kid.
When they're stationary, they are. That's when they're solid pieces, and I could tell the difference.
Yeah, especially in HD, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really.
But they already
Pay
made
attention.
they already made them look cartoony enough that was like, okay, well, they're trying to blur the line between CGI and.
I'm glad there was no sequel.
There didn't need to be.
I was saying,
No.
like, how would they? Oh,
They
okay.
could do
They
a
could've-
lot more.
They could have done a sequel.
It's basically Toy Story on steroids.
I'm gonna say, it's Toy Story.
And I was getting the concept of like when it started off, I was like, okay, well, now that I'm older, I'm kind of getting the idea of, well, they passed by their production of the toys to where they test them out. So it's like, oh my god, so it's this guy's fault
to meet the deadline.
Yeah. So it's the main guy's fault because he wanted that, and it's the other guy's fault because they put the freaking chip in there. And so and it's like, okay, well, as a grown-up, you understand these responsibilities that people have, and it makes you think, well...
Yeah, because I remember I was, if it was 97, I was 13 years old, so...
Well, I was 10.
Do you guys remember what the name of that movie is with Matthew Broderick and the computers and their?
Yes, that is...
It's going to war. Or...
Yeah, shit.
I know, it's going to kill me. I feel like that's a movie they can remake right now.
They
and it would be
it.
They did?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Either way.
I can look it up, but I don't want to because I know this. Matthew Broderick with the computer. The computer's name is Joshua.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't remember. It's something about war, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen it? You know what we're talking about? I don't know. It's a good movie.
I
But
don't want to do it, but I want to know.
it's a really good movie. He's like he's a computer programmer, isn't he? Something like that.
He's just a high school kid that knows computers.
Yeah. Okay, so he's Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
But he sends he hacks a computer, and it ends up being like a big ass military thing that sends nuclear codes and things like that. And he thinks that
It's a game. Shall we play a
It's
game?
not War Games, is it?
War Games.
Oh my
That's what
God.
it's called.
I haven't even seen the movie and I knew
It's
it.
called War Games. So
It's
he ends up
good.
hacking into it, and the computer takes it seriously. He thinks he's playing a game, like let's hack North Korea or something, and then they and then who are they going to attack? And he just like makes them fight, and then leaves the computer open, and he actually sent those directions to like the nuclear system or whatever, and so now everyone was freaking out about it. Like it's an old movie, but it's a really good movie, and I feel like that's something that they can remake today and make it like even better.
Alex, they sequeled it. It was called War Games: The Dead Code. Came out in 2008.
Really? Who's in it? Anybody? Anybody?
Top billing is Matt Lanter.
Okay.
He was also in nothing we've watched. Amanda Walsh.
Well, do you recognize any of these guys?
She was in Disturbia. She was the chick in Disturbia.
Okay.
Colm Fior. He's in Thor and the Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
That guy. I don't know.
I don't know who he was.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys had brought some. I don't know where we got off on a tangent on that.
Well,
but,
we were talking about Small Soldiers.
Yeah, and so the war movie. I feel like that's a movie, like you said, it's ahead of their time. Like I feel like maybe they might be able to remake that now, and it would do good.
Mm-hmm.
But War Games popped up in my head, and I'm like, wow, that's one movie that was like, it's kind of like another movie that was like ahead of its time. Like I feel like it would do good right now.
Speaking of reboots, we just watched a top 10 today, and Ace Ventura is in the works for a reboot with no Jim Carrey.
Can't be done.
Not Airplane.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
They're
but they're not making it a comedy.
He's probably never watched them.
Well, that ends that conversation.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen, he was at his best. At his best was Naked Gun and Airplane.
Mm-hmm. And then they're remaking a Naked Gun, but it's not going to be a comedy.
It has Ed Helms, but it's not funny.
Yeah, and it's not going to be
How can you do that? Ed Helms is a comedian. He's not a serious dude.
I don't know.
I mean, he can play an awkward guy. He's been through it all. So, anyways, moving on from there. Anything else watching?
We watched a little bit more of Life in Peace. Life in Pieces?
Yes.
Yes, Life in Pieces.
It's such a funny show.
It's just because I played Life is Strange.
Yes.
Jeez, that thing messes me up with all these, like, life this and that.
Yeah.
We watched a little bit more of that. Did we finish season 1?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Yeah,
it's got like 22 episodes. So.
It's still, like, I love that. Like, that was one show that you and Casey could watch together.
Yes.
And you would have a lot of fun because you'd go, that's you. No, that's you. Like, it's multiple different stories that kind of all come together.
Just watch episode 1. 20 minutes of your time.
Episode 1 is the best episode.
Yes, it's really good. It's really funny because you can see yourself in all of these different characters of things that you would say and do.
It's just like you could see a young couple, a really young couple, and then you can see yourself as a really old couple.
Yeah. There's the older couple, which are the parents. That's one story that they usually talk about. Then there's Matt, who is the youngest son.
I think he seems like he's the youngest.
And he lives in their garage. He is dating his boss.
He has no money.
He has no money. And then there's the couple that have like 3 kids.
And they seem like they're successful. And
yeah, they're pretty successful.
The guy is an ear,
nose, and throat doctor. Yes, he always talks about that. And then there's the newlywed couple that just had a baby.
Yeah. So. And it's all of those kind of come together. And it's a lot of fun.
Marie from Breaking Bad is in it. She plays one of the mothers.
Yeah. And
Josh
asked me the other day. He said, "Do you like this actress better in this show, or do you like her better as Marie?" And I'm like, "Well, I hated Marie, so I'm like, I think
everyone wanted Marie to die.
I know she was really annoying, but I think
that
was her character.
It was. Well, that means she did her part well.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, anything else watching? I can't really think.
I don't think so. I think that's really it. We've been busy this week.
I just watch a lot of standard, like the regular show and Rick and Morty and stuff. Just always put that on for background noise. But that's about it for watching that I can think of. Oh, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Alex has been getting into that.
I watched a couple. It's funny.
The Return. What was it? Star Crash?
I don't remember.
The one that makes fun of Star Wars
one. It was pretty funny.
That one was just goofy of all sorts. Did you ever watch Mystery Science Theater?
No.
I didn't expect you would.
I watched the original when I was little.
You watched the movie.
Yeah, I watched the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't remember a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Did you play anything?
Just Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Alex and I played some Borderlands 2 for a little while.
My brother's really into that game.
Yeah,
he really is.
That last week.
Yeah, well, we went over and hung out at his place, and he had it up, and he's like unlocked.
He's unlocked the whole map.
Like the whole map.
Well, it's not locked at all. It's all available.
Oh, you can go wherever you want?
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, either way, he's probably... he plays that night and day, so...
Yep. That's his bread and butter, pretty much.
Yeah, which is weird.
Why?
Well, because he's out of the division now.
It's because it's better than the division.
And the division itself was just a big letdown. All of the hype that was led up to it, I was just like, this game's going to be great. Then it came out, and I was like, tried the beta. This game sucks.
Yeah. I know.
It didn't suck. It just wasn't. I don't think it was what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we played a little Borderlands 2, but then that was really it was just to play and get off.
On my downtime, I've been pulling up classic Nintendo games. I'm going through Super Mario World now. Nice. I'm already on the Chocolate Land. And I did that in 2 days.
That's the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
right?
That is right after. So you go the Yoshi's area, and then you go to the Donut Land, then you go to the Vanilla Cave, then you go to the bridge, then you go to the Forest of Illusion, and then you go to the Chocolate World, and then you're at Bowser.
How are you playing that?
On my Wii.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the Virtual Console only on the Wii?
No, it's on the Wii U.
Okay.
And I think they have it on the Switch too, but I don't know what kind of stuff they have on that.
I don't think
we
it's on the
apparently
Switch
really
yet.
need to try out the new Mario Kart.
I want to play
Because
it.
there's 2 other people that I was working with that said, oh yeah, over the weekend I got to play like this new Mario Kart game. It was super fun. And I was asking them like, yeah, it's on this like, it's called the Switch. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. I want to play it.
We can buy a
These are
Switch.
people that don't play video games.
If you want to get one.
I just want to try it out. I want to be able to try it before I play it. Like I want to go into Walmart like we used to. And
They
just
don't
kinda,
have that kind of stuff anymore.
I know.
I don't know why they got rid of it. Do you know why they got rid of all the video game demos and stuff?
Probably because they never worked.
Oh.
Probably because kids break them.
How many times did that Xbox Red ring inside of our case?
I don't remember.
It had to have been a couple
I
times.
found out
Yeah.
why our friend was asking us about Xbox and Xbox One and PlayStation.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure they're Xbox Red ringed.
Oh.
Yeah, and she said it
Wait,
won't,
he has a Slim.
well maybe she said it is not, it won't turn on anymore. Like it's just like it's completely dead.
It may not have red ringed, but it may have failed.
Well,
Might
I
just be
didn't-
the power brick is out.
Maybe I don't. Either way, she said
But-
it's completely dead.
She was asked. I was getting these texts from Alex's coworker saying, "Okay, so Ghost Recon Wildlands or Rainbow Six Siege." I was like,
Wildlands.
Well, Wildlands is good for online co-op, and it's good for open world, whereas Rainbow Six Siege is a linear gameplay, and it has good multiplayer for PvP.
There's no campaign with Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, there isn't?
No.
Oh
Crap.
well, no. Either way, I think that's what she's
I
getting.
thought
I think
well,
I'm
Rainbow
pretty
Six,
darn sure,
Rainbow
anyway.
Six has always had a campaign.
It's all co-op.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna get Wildlands. for me.
Okay, and then then she's like, Xbox One or PS4? I was like, is that even a question?
Yeah, what's she asking you that for?
Well, she said, I guess the reason for the question was he had played a game that he thought was on Xbox on a friend's console and forgot that it was PlayStation, and he really wanted that. And I'm like,
There is a difference.
I was
The
like-
controller tells you what you're on. It
Yes.
says it on the
What game
fucking
was it?
controller.
I don't know. I didn't. She doesn't know that kind of stuff.
She ain't no nerd.
she plays Xbox and stuff with him, but that's
That's okay.
not a lot.
Yeah, right. Anyways, so moving on from there. What do you guys want to talk about next?
Let's hit the Defenders.
Yeah. So,
Alex's Goosebumps.
Yes. So if you haven't seen the trailer for the Netflix The Defenders, check it out. It's
Yes.
going to be it's pretty much like what Marvel's doing right now.
It is Marvel.
It is
Well, I
Marvel.
know, but I'm talking about like
The Avengers.
The Avengers.
It's the Avengers for the Netflix
Defenders.
series. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Avengers for Netflix. It's going to be Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Iron Fist, and then what is
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
I wanted to see if you can get them all.
I'm trying to remember. I couldn't remember what his name
We
was.
watched 2 out of the 4.
Yes, 2 out of the 4.
Yes.
Which Jessica Jones is one of them, and that was an amazing show.
It was good.
And Daredevil is an amazing show.
I didn't think I was going to like Daredevil.
I didn't think so either, but we started that up. I mean, even you watched it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Well, he
I mean,
had to because the Punisher was in there.
But yeah, so that's all of them, but they're all coming together to make like a show called The Defenders, and
Yeah.
they're all working together, and it looks amazing.
Brett said he expected this. I had no idea this was coming.
I started to think about it because there's the same side actors or actresses.
Crossovers
We're
from
crossing-
Rosario Dawson,
Yes,
and
and
I
she
think Foggy's in there too.
Yes, I think he's in there too. But the little side characters are crossing over. I'm like, man, I wonder if they're going to make a big like movie or something out of all this. And sure enough, yeah, they're doing this.
Yes, and there is something that may be coming. else this summer that I'm not going to talk about. I'm hoping it is just going to surprise me because I've heard a rumor, but I'm not going to talk about it. I mean, I could say it. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
There is a rumor that Daredevil's in the new Spider-Man.
Like
Cool.
the Amazing Spider-Man, like the movie that's coming out.
Yes.
Homecoming.
The Homecoming. Yes. There is a rumor that Daredevil's on there.
Like the Daredevil on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Daredevil and Spider-Man cross paths more than you think. Like in the animated series, in the animated series they do.
Okay.
And so does Blade.
I wouldn't expect that to happen.
Why?
I just wouldn't expect
It's Disney's property.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's Marvel.
They can fucking do it at what they want. Well, they can and can't. I mean, they can't get the X-Men
What do you think about
characters.
like the Defenders? I know that you've only watched Daredevil, but
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really interest me at this point.
did
Why?
you see the trailer at all?
No.
No.
It looks good.
I was like, it really wouldn't make any sense for him to watch the trailer if you've seen only 1 out of the 4. I can
Right.
see at least 2 out of the 4 there being some kind of a
plus,
bit of an excitement.
I probably will never watch Iron Fist because I heard it wasn't that good.
I know
That's what I
that
hear
was the
too.
other thing is I asked Josh, I'm like, what is this? And he said Iron Fist. I'm like, I don't even remember people talking about Iron Fist. Luke Cage, like 3 out of the 4, I heard Luke Cage was amazing, which I think we watched the first episode, but that was like, it must have been during a time we were busy and we just didn't finish it.
Yeah.
So, but
There's
I
times
did
we just
like
drop shows.
in Jessica Jones. I liked Luke Cage's that's the crossover there. Luke Cage and Jessica Jones were a thing,
Mm-hmm.
so I liked his character. So I'm sure I would enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this, and it comes out August 18th, I believe. Is that what it was?
Wow.
I think I had it written down here. Yeah, August 18th.
I'm really excited for that. And then we got Sense8
That
coming
means they
out.
had to be filming Iron Fist while they were filming the Defenders. I
Right.
would think
Right.
so anyway.
Yeah, but this is kind of crazy. Like, I was expecting a season 2 from Jessica Jones before any of this.
Yeah, I thought so, but this I guess is her season.
Maybe
too.
Jessica Jones just wasn't that successful from other people. Because
I didn't hear a lot of people talking about Jessica Jones, and it just so happened to be. I think I stumbled upon it, right?
No, I
then
told you about it.
You told me about it.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of it kept coming up on Netflix as in like a suggestion. I'm like, okay, well, what the heck is it? Let's watch it. And then I was like, wow, okay, well, just like Daredevil.
It's not as action packed as Daredevil. It's more psychological.
It's psychological and it's serious, and I don't know. I liked it a lot. I
Mhm.
really liked Jessica
I liked
Jones.
it. I would want more of that and more Daredevil. I still want more Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
I love Daredevil. So, anyways, yeah,
We
I'm
can
really
go
excited
on. The
about
other
that.
thing that's coming out in a couple days is Sense8 season 2. And that was a
Mhm.
big phenomenon on Netflix.
Really weird show. You've never checked that out, did you?
Nope.
Damn, Brett, you don't check anything out.
And that's a bunch of stories into one story. It's kind of all connected. I can't even really describe to you what it's about. But it's
Isn't it 8 people have
they're
another
all connected to each other.
Yeah.
With certain different abilities and semi kind of a power. It's just
Abilities?
well, one person is like one person has like does like karate and stuff, and then that person gets into someone else's brain and
yeah.
helps them out. Like
Yep.
I can't really explain anything more than that. It's
Yeah.
just it's weird how it all works,
There's-
but it's a great show.
So there's the character in Boston. There's the character in the UK.
Yeah, and then they're all over the
one
place,
in
all
Africa,
over the world.
one in Spain.
You can't even. It's been over a year since I've seen it, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it's a great show, and I'm excited to binge watch that. We're probably going to be doing that this weekend.
Did you hear about the Netflix scandal that's going on?
The Netflix
There's
scandal?
there's hackers that are holding Netflix for ransom right now.
What?
They have the latest season of Orange is the New Black.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I heard about that in the
Yeah,
news.
and they're holding ABC, National Geographic, and like
the
a
first
whole
season, I thought it was like an episode.
No. They've released half of the latest season that hasn't
Are
come
you
out yet.
serious?
Online.
The only time I ever saw anything in the news, it was they released an episode.
I kind of want to look up a little bit more into it because I don't know much about it.
That's a big deal.
That is. It's,
I am not one of those people that will find it to download it. I will wait for it to come out and respect that.
Yeah, what's the point?
You're only going to get right now. You're only going to get half for one, and for two, that's just that's
plus,
stupid.
You get even if you watch the whole season, that's that much longer. You have to wait for the next one.
That's
So
true.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they also called out NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and IFC. The group is called. I'm not going to call. Well, They're called the Dark Overlord hackers.
Okay.
Yeah, and they released 10 episodes of Orange is the New Black on April 29th, and then...
Oh, that was very recent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're not asking for a lot of money.
Well,
they're only asking for...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really have any...
I'm not gonna say this is right.
It's not.
It's not.
It's flat out stealing.
But yeah,
it's stealing.
They basically publish a lot of this stuff on the dark web and stuff like that, which we don't want to get into.
No.
But that's the only thing that's really popping up is just Orange is the New Black, and they're declining to pay this, and they're just going to release more shit.
Oh well.
So yeah.
It's just a season. That's all it is.
Well, Alex, you of all people will be the most excited about that, but
yeah, but I'm not one bit.
You're the most patient person.
I am.
I can say
patient.
this: whenever a new
Whoa.
What?
Who needs to watch every single trailer of stuff that comes out on YouTube?
He does.
Me. I'm the one.
You do too.
No.
Because I'm there.
No,
I
I'm the
don't
one
have
that
to.
You could run out of the room.
Alex never has her hand on the remote.
No.
I have the
I never
hand.
go, oh my gosh, this just came out today. Let's watch it.
What about all the Power Rangers trailers?
No, that was me.
That was all him.
Yeah.
I know there's stuff you've told me that, oh yeah, I gotta watch this. I know there is.
I'm sure there is, but
that
it's Josh
goes
pops
into
it.
why I call you both YouTube whores.
Alex
It's
wouldn't.
because of him.
Alex wouldn't get on YouTube if it wasn't for me.
You know what? You can
She
tell
watches regular TV.
when
Yeah,
he's
that's
not home. I turn on TV. I don't go to YouTube.
Every single time I get home, I turn on my Xbox, turn
He's
on
like,
TV.
"Why are you
All of a
watching
sudden,
this shit?"
I hear people yelling. I'm like, why are people yelling on my Xbox? Oh, it's because Alex switched over to fucking TV.
What's wrong with TV?
I don't watch TV.
I like watching it when I come home for a break and I just like turning something on. I don't need to go to YouTube. Like I just
YouTube, Netflix, and Hulu. Those are my three.
okay. Well, I
If
like
I had
having
HBO,
that.
I'd go to that
I
too.
feel like because that's just what I did back when I was young. Is I would just come home and I would turn on the TV. I'm old school like that.
I
guess.
do that, but I use Netflix for that.
See,
I sometimes will do that if I go
It's
through.
not. It's.
you're not taking my
different.
side.
If
Okay,
I go
get
through
it.
TV and I don't see anything, I'll result to Netflix or
Right.
Hulu.
Well, and the reason why I use Netflix for that is because my background noise always will be the
Andy Griffith show,
which is on Netflix.
I usually
so.
turn on like Discovery or Animal Planet or sometimes I like watching like The Doctors or something, just some kind of talk show while I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really pay that much attention to it, but it's on.
Yeah.
Like for instance, when I was in high school and middle school, I would just come home and I would turn on Maury. Like back in the day when it was good.
I don't think he's doing anything anymore, is he?
Unless they're
Is he still
doing
his
repeats or
stuff?
something. I've seen it on TV. I don't watch it.
He's
Anyway.
gonna wind up looking like Bob Barker here soon. He's been doing it for years.
He's been doing it for a really long time.
So yeah, that was it for the Netflix
But
thing.
do you guys want to go into Dark Tower, discuss that a little bit?
Yeah. I don't
We
know
watched-
much about it.
Yeah, do you know
I don't know anything.
you don't know
about it.
anything about it? Well, according to one of the podcasts that was on our was commenting on our precast, it's a series of books from like the 1980s to like till now, almost like till 2014, that came out by Stephen King.
And that's weird. Stephen King, I never knew did
and
series.
that's the thing. I don't know if we have to look more into that or not, but the trailer for, is it The Dark Tower?
It's The Dark Tower.
Okay. The Dark Tower came out, which is going to be is it a movie?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a movie that comes out.
We talked about it last week.
And I mentioned this to Josh, and I think that I'm like, you know how Marvel's a big thing right now, and they're just kind of grabbing all these superheroes and putting them all together. I'm like, okay, well, maybe Stephen King is going to be the new fad because you got It, so people are getting excited about that, and then they just had the Dark Tower trailer come out today, and everyone's talking about that, and it's Stephen King. Like I wonder if that's going to be like a new trend now.
It's a Stephen King thing. Like
they're just going to remake all of his movies, all of his books.
They just did 11/22/63 last year, right? Was it last year?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That was great.
That was with James Franco. The people that are starring in The Dark Tower is Idris Elba. I'm probably slaughtering that name, butchering
I
it.
think you're right.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
And Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah,
and Matthew McConaughey is.
That was the weird part of the trailer. Is like he's the bad
villain.
guy.
Yeah,
he's the bad guy, and I looked at him like he comes around and says like the darkness something something. I don't remember
the darkness.
I don't remember. It was really weird. I'm like,
all right,
I already am not sure about this character not taking him seriously because it's Matthew McConaughey.
Alex, the Dark Tower. You gotta destroy the Dark Tower.
Yes, I get it. That's
I gotta have more Southern accent. Sorry.
Yes.
But anyways, the premise of this is
it looks good though.
Yeah,
I think just by the trailer it looks good. The
premise of this movie series, whatever, is this tower is holding the evil out. It's holding the evil from getting into the
two
world.
Different worlds. It looks
into the earth.
Yeah.
Evil staying away from the earth from this tower. Let's say this is the tower right here. They want to destroy that tower because fuck that tower. It has a portal to the earth or something like that. So
yeah, that's what I got out of the trailer.
That's what I did too. And
they bring these people to Earth, and there's a big fight or something.
Matthew McConaughey plays Death. He's worse than the devil. He is Death. And Idris Elba is the gunslinger who is keeping him at bay.
Yeah.
So that's it.
I don't know, it seems interesting.
It does.
So
let's hope it doesn't fail. There's a lot of people that are really excited about this.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm indifferent to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say none of us are familiar with it, but I think it looks good.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to cover the weekend. What we watched on Sunday, Payback.
Yeah,
we did cover the weekend. You just didn't mention
I'm
that.
sorry.
There was just briefly what we wanted to talk about just from Payback, which is the WWE pay-per-view that was on Sunday. There was one match in there that is new called the House of Horrors match.
Brett, you would shit yourself over this.
You almost have to watch this just because you have watched wrestling and like you grew up with like the old wrestling.
Okay,
this would have done
first
amazingly.
Explain who was in the match.
Randy Orton and
Brett's worst favorite character. He hates this guy, Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
So, and I feel really bad because I really like the fact that they've been pushing Bray Wyatt because I like him and I feel like he's a great wrestler and this just tanked him. And what they did is the match itself did not happen at the arena. It was pre-taped. It was supposed to be live, so they screwed up one thing because they're in California.
This aired at like 6 or 7:30 at night in California. It was pitch black in the video, but the sun hadn't even set yet.
And it's supposed to be live.
Oh,
so they already messed that part up. So that you know that this was already pre-recorded. And Randy Orton pulls up in a limo in front of this creepy looking house that's like all gutted and stuff, and it's like Bray Wyatt's house pretty much. It's all creepy inside. And
but who knew that he had a house in California?
Yeah. And he's supposed to go inside and pretty much have a wrestling match in this house. And all I was thinking was like, this is gonna be awesome because you're gonna be thrown through walls and it's gonna be like this big cool match, and it's not.
Alex, the match has to end in the ring.
Oh yeah, and then that was the rule is that the match has to end in the ring or by forfeit. So if someone, like for instance, if someone didn't make it back to the ring and someone else made
who's
going to
forfeit? There was no damn referee at the house.
That was the other thing. There's no referee.
Well, are they supposed to get on a plane to fly to the arena?
Limo.
A limo.
This is so stupid.
It's so bad.
Stupid.
So bad.
So bad. And and of course, Bray knows the house, so you've just really got Randy Orton just kind of going, like, oh my God, whoa, what's going to pop out at me? And then you've got Bray behind him, which attacks him, comes out of these different rooms. Then he goes into another room, and it's got creepy dolls that have scissors through them and stuff. And so he's distracted by that, and then gets hit again by Bray, and then goes through a little wall.
Time out. Let's go get in the car. We'll go back to the ring.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So then Bray Wyatt crushes him with a fridge.
And then they make it to a kitchen. And that's where
that's when the funny stuff happens.
There are so many memes now about this match because of this scene. Like, they go into the kitchen. The first thing I notice is that there is a fridge that is just
covered in shit.
It looks like it's covered in shit.
It might be mud.
It's supposed to be mud or dust or something.
And then Bray Wyatt had done finger painting on the fridge. Says we're here.
So there was that. Then there was Bray Wyatt, like, they fought, then they fell down on the floor and took like a breather, which there's a lot of memes about that too. It's
basically like what was a big one? It was like when I don't remember what it was.
Something about having a long night of drinking or something.
Yeah.
And then so how it kind of ended was Bray Wyatt pushed the fridge on top of Randy Orton, which you don't see actually fall on him. You see it start to kind of, and then it cuts, and then Bray Wyatt walks out of the house, and the house lights up red.
It goes from blue to red,
and then he gets in the limo and he drives back to the arena. And then they go ahead and they cut and they say, all right, well, let's go on with the next match.
Let's go on with the next match.
As we're waiting for Bray Wyatt to get here. So they just cut it. That's it.
Oh my god!
So we just watched
him. Was that?
I know, right?
There were 2 matches that saved this pay-per-view.
Yes.
The first one was the Hardys versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Jeff Hardy lost a tooth in this match.
Like, Sheamus kicked him, like, his shin, like, came up and hit him in his front teeth.
He lost one of his front teeth.
It was, like, one of his front incisors just popped, like, flew out. And
then you see him smiles like,
yeah, he just kind of went, and then you got this, oh my gosh.
Just this gap.
Toothless Hardy.
Yep, and then you got Matt Hardy, who's bleeding from the eye, practically.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happened.
I don't remember how that happened, but he was beat to crap.
Yeah. But
it was a great match.
It was a good match.
It was a great match.
Really good
Anything
tag team.
with them is a great match.
And then it was the main event, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. That was good.
They are building, like, I didn't realize Braun Strowman was a part of, like, the heaviest, or not the heaviest, like, the strongest man, or whatever.
He's one of the world's strongest men.
Yeah, so there's pictures, or not pictures, videos of him, like, picking, like, people and things up and just throwing them, like, they're nothing. In this thing, he actually, I thought this was fake, but apparently it was real. He flipped over an ambulance. Like, he picked it up, like, tipped it over. Sure. And I was like, oh, that's fake. And then that's when Josh and our friend Shane was like, no, he's actually part of, like, blah, blah. He can do that.
Yeah.
The best line of the night is, I'm not finished with you yet.
So basically what we're talking about is you might not care,
this ends up just
you
being
don't like
like
wrestling
a funny,
anymore.
Quotable pay-per-view.
The reason why that matters is because the Monday night before Payback, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns were fighting each other
stage or backstage.
And then Roman Reigns was being taken out by a stretcher. He was actually pretty hurt. He was taped up and stuff on Sunday, but he was taken out and he was put in an ambulance, or he was being put in an ambulance, and all of a sudden you hear Braun Strowman, "I'm not finished with you yet." So he takes the stretcher and he flips him over,
like he throws him like off of
a
like
not
a
a balcony,
like a drop off, almost.
You know, like a delivery place, a truck delivery thing, like one of those. Like
he just like
loading dock,
yes. And he just throws him off while he's on the stretcher.
Yeah.
So at the end of Payback,
at the end of Payback, after everything was said and done,
Randy Orton,
Roman Reigns
is like puking up blood, and I don't know if it was a capsule or whatever they're trying to like.
Either way,
he looked really bad. It was very graphic. So when you're following him back behind stage, and Roman Reigns is just about to get himself into the ambulance, and then you just start to hear the ambulance doors are open in the back. You just hear, "I'm not finished with you yet,"
and then Roman Reigns backs away, and Braun Strowman just runs right into this door.
It takes it off.
And then he flies into a cardboard boxes. It's just so funny because you just see him go, "I'm not finished with you yet."
It was just, oh my gosh. There was one tweet about the that I reposted on, or retweeted on my Twitter, which was people making fun of the House of Horrors match as it was going on, and someone said, "This is the worst episode of MTV Cribs." Like, oh my gosh, it ended up just being a laughing stock. WWE was being laughed at, but at the same time, like, it got people's attention. So I mean, they probably they're like, you know, it's probably stupid, but we're gonna get some views from this. Yes, but that's all I got. That's all I really have to say about Payback. And it was interesting. There were a couple matches that were good, and then that was about it. So the House of Horrors just destroyed the expectations. I was very interested to see what it was, because it was a new match, and it ended up just being... It was a turd. Shit. Nobody went through a wall. Yes. Okay, he went into... like, Randy Orton destroyed half of a wall. I was expecting, like... You were expecting carnage, is what you were expecting. There was one part where Randy Orton was walking down a hallway. And then Bray Wyatt reached out and grabbed him, and he had a plastic bag just, like attached to his hand. So I shouted out, "Oh, he's got a plastic bag. He's going to kill you with it." Like, it was weird. It's like a plastic bag got, like, stuck onto his hand when he went out to grab it. He was shopping at Walmart. It looked really bad. But so, yeah, that was Payback. I don't know. What else do you guys want to go for tonight? Yeah, we can hit the home remedies. Home remedies? So that's the, you don't want to talk about, let's do the Facebook stalker thing. We've been talking about this beforehand, and we just stopped. Okay, well, you guys can start that then. Yeah. Have you, Brett, Brett was the one that came up with it, so you're going to talk about it. Is it a thing?
Facebook stalking? Yes.
I think so, yes.
It absolutely is.
I think there's different degrees of it.
Yes, well, there's different degrees to all stalking.
We're not talking about all stalking. We're talking about Facebook stalking.
I do have a story about stalking, so when we get
Well,
through
how about
this
we
Facebook
we
part,
let Brett share why we wanted to talk about this Facebook stalking?
He'll anger me first.
I know that people do it,
Mm-hmm.
and I try not to, because I know there's been things that says that people can see who's visited your profile. Is that real?
I
don't know.
I don't know.
And I guess my biggest thing is it's if they're on your friends list,
Yeah.
anything you have on there
Yeah.
is open to whoever. So
Well, for the
while
most part.
I think it's a thing, it shouldn't be, because it's public
Mm-hmm.
and it's available to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So while the act of doing it is probably stalking, it's available to you.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it stalking?
There are ways you can see who's been looking at your Facebook. How to see who views your Facebook profile.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
going to say,
thing.
I was like, I'm sure there's an app or
There
something
are
that you can download.
apps you can download. Yes, I'm looking at this.
I'm not too concerned. I had one person.
Oh,
I had one person.
yeah, she had a real humdinger.
And this person would, I let this person view my limited profile just because I already kind of had a bad feeling about the person. So that my limited profile is just like, you can see my picture, and I think my statuses and I think my friends, and that's it. You can't see.
You can't even see your cover
You
page.
can't see my cover page. You can't see my photo albums or things that I like or anything like that, because I make it very limited. Because if I want to keep things private, then that's my business. If you want to question it, then you ask. But this person as soon as I accepted the request, you're still able to instant message me.
Yeah.
Was sending me just really weird links. Oh, I heard that you like this. Here, would you like this? And then it was every single night. And then as soon as I would post a new profile picture or something, that person would be the very first person, within seconds of me posting it, that would like it and leave a comment and stuffing on it. And it just started to get super creepy. And then when this person somehow got a hold of my phone number, I don't know how, because I don't have it on Facebook, and ended up starting to text me. So, and that's when I just kind of shut everything down and blocked everything. But yeah, so I have had a stalker before. I've never actually looked into the whole stalking app or anything like that. But I think it's stupid. But I also take the caution and make certain variables of my
profile.
Yep.
For
those reasons.
I've had a couple stories of stalking. One of them, both of them were before Facebook was really a thing. One of them was with my ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Do you remember this story, Alex?
Maybe.
Her name was Amber, and she would take my family photos from my family, write hearts on them, and keep them to herself.
Okay.
That's creepy, right?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, but
I wasn't with her anymore.
Yeah.
She was taking personal photos from my family and keeping them to herself and writing hearts on them, covering over my face.
How did you find this out?
I found them once when she hung out with my younger sisters.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of creepy, right? I mean,
I guess,
that's
yeah.
really.
I mean, that's also kind of child's play too, but
We were 13.
child's play. I used to do that with your photos all the time too.
Well, yeah.
I didn't draw hearts on them, but
But I actually liked you. That was one, and then the other one was I was working at Walmart. I had a customer stalking me. You
did?
weren't there for that. You were working there, but you weren't there. I called you. Do you remember that night?
No.
I called you to bring some of.
I do, but I don't. I remember you calling me and telling me something you wanted me to come and bring something to you.
I had this customer following me around our
Why didn't
department.
you tell management or something?
I did. And
What'd they do?
At that point, that's when they disappeared. And I was like, well, I had already called my then girlfriend to come get me with a couple of her friends.
A male or a female?
Male. Yeah. Really weird. They followed me all through our department. I went to photo They followed me there. I went to Fabrics. That's not even my zone.
I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah.
I know you were really creeped out.
I was very creeped out. I had no idea
You didn't know
what the hell was going on.
Yeah, it was weird. Have you had a stalker?
I don't believe so.
No?
No.
Nothing that sticks out in my head.
No. But Facebook stalking itself, don't do it. Don't do it. Be friends with people.
Well, again, if it's available information, why is it stalking?
I think
I don't know.
if you go too deep, if you go too far, like if you look at all of their photos, that's creepy, right?
If it's out there, if you put it for public information, it shouldn't be stalking for people to go view those.
That's very true.
I guess my thing is, it's what you do with the information that you have.
Yes, I think you're right.
Which labels it as stalking.
What do you want to put out there? That's one thing.
That's why I told you I have limitations on my profile for that reason. And if I see my pictures being posted somewhere else, or someone tagging me in, or taking my pictures and making things out of them, and that we're only on Facebook, then obviously I'm gonna it's gonna be somebody off my Facebook.
There's no license to your photos, Alex.
Okay. But I also own,
it's public
I probably
use.
have, I just did guesstimate, 300 people on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of them are as family and some high school friends and another handful of just coworkers from everywhere that I've worked.
Right.
And there are I have 4 different categories that, depending on when we meet and how we meet and how long we've known each other, you get put into a Facebook category, because I don't trust people with certain information.
Right.
That's how I keep down on stalking and stuff, just because I've had problems with it in the past, so it's not. That's how I take care of it.
Right.
But anybody that has a completely public profile on Facebook is completely stupid.
Well, unless they want people to go look.
I think that is super scary.
It is.
That is that you type yourself into, if you have a public Facebook profile and you type your name, that person's name, into Google, that is what comes up first.
Yeah.
Is every single part of their profile, whether it's pictures you want people to see or not see. It's their friends, it's everything you've been tagged in, it's everything. It is public for a reason.
The internet is a scary tool.
It is. That's why I've always been very cautious when you first get the internet. When you were, for me, when back in what was it, 2000 or 99, when I first got an AOL address, and you had the parental guidelines and stuff, it tells you, do not open emails from this kind of thing, never share your password, never do this. And then Facebook, when you joined Facebook, at least back in the day, it told you 10 different big rules: never give this out, never do this, if you're scared to do this, don't let people see this. And then you have people that just, they want to be famous, or they want to be popular, or they want everything to be public, and they want everybody to see what they're doing, and that's going to cause stalking.
Yes. Yes.
I think with adults, the scarier part is with kids.
Yes, definitely.
Because that can lead to
they did a
many things.
Yes, it can.
I don't know if you saw, but one of our local TV stations did a story on how easy it is for a stalker to find your child.
Sure.
And they did an example and called up somebody and went up to their house and said, do you realize how easy it was for me to find your child? And
especially with location services.
I never have that turned on. That scares the crap out of me. The only time I have my location on is when I'm using Google Maps to go somewhere.
Or play Pokemon Go.
Or play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
But I go to the same freaking place all the time.
Well, and
right.
my dad, who's technologically not, in every sense of the word, he always brought something up, and it wasn't in regards to Facebook specifically, but he always used to tell us, don't tell anybody unless you know them well, or their family, that we're going on vacation, because then they're going to know that we're not home.
Yeah, my parents were like that
that's
too.
The thing. I never really tell people that I go on vacation or when I'm going. I usually say I post on stuff when I'm back.
Speaking of which, we're going to...
I'm not done.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Then you got to think, every time that a person checks in somewhere, you're telling the world,
that you are not home.
That you are not home, and your homestead is completely vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
But that is why people have become house sitters.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I mean, you've house sat for your parents, right? I think you have.
My parents, my aunt and uncle, Andrew.
Yeah. I remember you always telling me, I'm house sitting, so I can't do this. Well, I mean, now you can't do anything. So
I'll sit in my own house.
yeah.
No, but when people post that kind of stuff, like, oh, I'm eating pizza over at blah blah blah, I'm like, and they
Cool.
have the location
Or
on.
when,
Or I'm
well,
going for a run
at the
right
same
here.
time-
That's the other big thing.
That is not good.
at the same time, everybody, and this goes back to the house sitting.
Mhm.
Everybody posts vacation stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you're telling, of course, you're not at home,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Right.
But if you have a house sitter,
Well, that's the thing. Like, we have pets. We have family members who come over daily or every
Or
other
they,
day.
yeah, or they stay
that,
here.
or
Yeah.
they even stay here. I mean, so if we're on a vacation, we know who's taking care of our house at the time.
Well, that, and who knows if you have like cameras in your house too.
sure.
Do you got cameras in the house, Alex?
Maybe I do.
Right.
But yeah. But one of the, like I said, one of the scariest things I think is when people post about when they're exercising. And they put and saying I'm going for a run, and then they put the location, and you can track them and see where they're at and how far they've ran.
Well, I've
Like
seen,
that's scary.
I've
It is.
seen that people post where they were, like the route that they took.
That too, because that's the same route that they take all the time, going for a run. Oh, they're probably going to be at this route
Sure.
today,
Mhm.
and then whether or not they want to come and stop, go to your house. That's one thing. The other thing is following you, watching you. You're telling
Yeah.
the world and or at least all of Facebook or whoever can see that that's what you're doing and that's where you're going to be.
Right. Right.
The
Totally
only
agree.
time I use my location is Pokemon Go, or if I'm using
Google
Google
Maps.
Maps to
Well,
drive
GPS,
somewhere.
yeah.
Again, you have to post something with location services.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I
So,
always have that off.
Yeah.
The only time when I ever do that is when I'm going to see family and they want to know where I'm at. So then I send them that.
It's good for some things.
What is
but
that? What is that thing called? That-
Glimpse?
Glimpse. Yep. Here's my glimpse for the next 12. You
But
can
Glimpse is safe because you only have certain people that you can
You
send,
send that link
to.
to.
Yeah,
To-
and it shows exactly
yeah.
where you're at, how fast you're going, and all that other stuff. So it's
Yeah.
a good location tool.
Yes,
but
it
it's only
is.
available to the people you send the link to.
Yes. Yes. So that kind of thing. That's a thing. Do you want to do the home remedies real quick?
Yeah, we can hit it.
Okay. So Alex, you wanted to talk about
Well,
this.
and then what I just wanted to talk about was just everybody's got their own thing as far as for when they're sick or when they have a hangover. And you learn as you get older that these things don't work, or what works and what doesn't. And everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of go off of, what makes you feel better when you've got like the stomach bug versus like what makes you feel better when you've had a long night of drinking and you need to get a boosted when you wake up, what works and what doesn't. Because I have my own thing in the way I handle sickness or hangovers, and Josh is
let's just cover
Josh is
hangovers first.
completely different.
Let's do hangovers first.
Hangovers?
Yeah.
Who do you want to go first?
Brett, what's yours?
The only thing I ever did was the greasy food.
Greasy food.
I find that that's a big male thing.
It is.
Like, you guys...
I need a burger. I
Like,
need a burger.
that was the one thing I
pizza.
absolutely
Yes.
hate about going out and drinking with everybody, because most of my friends are guys, and I go out and then the next morning usually we all kind of like sleep over at a place together, so we all wake up together and I'm turning over and do not want 1 cent of food versus every other person
Starving.
is I'm starving, I want this, I want that, and then
You want to know what the best place to go is? Sarah's.
I had the last.
We went there last week.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
The last
Well, they don't know.
the last time I remember doing it, I had to kick some asses to get you guys moving because it was going to be 4 o'clock before we were eating and be like,
That's my
guys,
fault.
I cannot fucking wait till 4 o'clock to eat for the first time in the day.
Whoa, when was this?
I don't know.
Probably like a New Year's or
Probably 2012.
yeah,
or
it was
something.
probably like
Back when you had free time and all.
Because nobody was even in motion until noon.
which means
No.
we
It
probably
was
drank
not your
a lot.
fault at that time. Then it was who shall not be named.
Yes.
Fault.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
yes.
The
Yes.
the Eeyore of the group.
Yes.
I was about to leave.
You're about to lose your shit, dude. I remember that time.
Brett was
Especially-
angry.
I get hangry.
Well, me too.
Yes,
If I don't
Josh,
have food,
Josh gets very angry.
I become the
He's
worst.
an asshole.
Hungover or not, if I don't eat regular,
yeah.
I get mean.
Yeah, samesies.
Which, I mean, I always told Josh, I'm like, leave. Everybody's hungry. Leave me here. I don't want to go. I'm the one that sits at the table with the sunglasses on and my head in my hands. Like,
And you have a cup of tea.
and I have a cup of tea
Yep.
that I sip.
You'll order something and you'll pick at it, maybe have a swallow or two, and
Well,
that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. I cannot. That's me. But so your hangover remedy is greasy food.
Yeah.
Like anything else, has that never worked for you?
I honestly don't remember.
How did you come about
I think
that remedy?
I heard two things. I heard have a beer like the next morning.
Here's the dog that bit you.
Yeah, never tried it.
Never tried it
Never
either.
tried it either because I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
And
It's like, why would I want more?
I love to eat food, so I'm like, oh, well, if I'm supposed to eat greasy food, it's going to help. I'll just do it.
Clydesdale.
What now?
Clydesdale. The
I
belly.
get it.
I've gained 32 pounds in a week.
Pete, what's happening to me?
Okay, so Josh, for hangover.
My hangover is fast food. Foods.
So greasy food.
Water, of course. Well, sometimes soda helps.
Oh, I
too.
guess that's the other question. What liquid, is there certain liquids that don't settle?
If I didn't drink water at the end of the drinking, then
drinking.
it doesn't matter.
Sounds like an event.
the period of drinking.
That's the one time that we hang out with Brett. It's called the drinking.
Yep.
That's about it.
Yep. But yeah, water, soda. I like Mountain Dew and Sprite. Those are the big ones to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Just food in general.
Food in general.
Nothing sweet. No sweet food.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
guess
can't
I've
have
noticed
peanut
that.
butter and jelly. I can't have candy. None of that stuff. I have to have. Well, eggs help. Eggs help a lot.
I feel like you go to eggs a lot.
I go to eggs, mainly scrambled. That way, it's not a job. And like hash browns of some sort, toast. That helps me. That's my main go-to.
You're like first thing when you get up too. You really don't have to take your time. Lately, I think like the last couple times you've had to.
I can't remember the last time I was drunk. That's the thing.
Oh, that's true.
It was like a couple weeks ago.
When? Where?
He wasn't drunk. I was.
Where are you talking about? Oh, you talking about the birthday party?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was.
I
drunk.
had.
He had like a couple
I had
drinks.
2
He had, like,
drinks
7.
and like
That was
3
me.
shots. Alex was hammered. I was the
I
DD.
He was
Oh.
the DD.
Oh, designated,
Yeah.
quote unquote. I mean, I was responsible. I knew when to stop and
Yeah.
when to continue. But I just say,
But you, it's just greasy foods, and you can do it pretty much for like as soon as you wake up.
and I need to take ibuprofen.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
And
or else you
normally,
get a bad headache.
Normally after that, I sleep. Like for a couple hours.
I'm
That's-
with you with I got to eat like as soon as I get up. I got to have something.
Otherwise, it's coming up. There's some coming up. If there's stuff that comes up, I'm like, okay, well, now that that's all over, now I can do water and have some toast. I'll start with something light and then go on from there. So,
Have you guys ever tried any home remedies for hangovers that someone has suggested to you that just didn't work?
No, because I never.
I can't.
My worst hangovers weren't even that bad, and at a certain point, I just wasn't hungover anymore.
Because you knew when to stop.
Pretty much.
I didn't when we were hanging out with you at your apartment down the street from here. We'd I
10
get
years
so
ago.
so drunk. No, I'm talking like a couple of years ago. I get so drunk
Oh.
I couldn't even. There was no way I was leaving your apartment.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why we stayed
I
there.
made you stay, and plus we stayed up till like
5, 6
in the
o'clock.
morning.
3, 4, 5
Yeah,
drinking.
yeah. Alex would be asleep like 4 hours before that.
Yeah, well, I like my sleep. I'm a
You do.
sleeper.
Plus it was that couch.
That couch.
That couch
Yes.
got Alex immediately. What are yours, Alex? I know one of them.
My hangover remedy is, for one, I don't eat or put anything really chewable in my mouth until after 4 p.m. Like
What?
I can't. I can't. Like if I do it, it will come back up.
You are not a good post drinker.
Nope. But that's also
Might as well kill your whole day.
It
does.
does.
It
That's
kills
why I
your
don't.
weekend.
I just can't. It kills my weekend. Like, because if we go out on a Friday or a Saturday, sometimes my hangovers drift into a second day.
You would
I
rather go out Friday night.
I
than
would much
Saturday.
rather go out like on a Friday night, so I have Sunday to do
Sure,
something.
sure.
But it will kill my whole 24-hour day.
Yeah, at least.
I just, back in the day, like my first hangover was a night that I had an Everclear drink. And that was the first night where a picture was taken of me on our digital camera, and I woke up and I was flipping through them and I felt like crap, and I was flipping through the pictures, and that's when I like got to the last 3 and I'm like, I have no recollection of this, and I passed out 2 or 3 times
You passed out twice.
on the floor.
Yep.
So, my hangover cure is I usually start with a cup of tea, hot tea, and honey. And I will sip on that for quite a long time. Most of the time, if I'm
She'll do a couple cups.
if I'm super bad, I will wake up, take one ibuprofen in case
Hopefully
I throw
keep
up.
it down.
Hopefully keep it down. Take one ibuprofen, and most of the time, what I've noticed recently that's helped is, since I've gotten into like essential oils, is I will put lavender on. And lavender, like I'll put it on the bottom of my feet, or I'll drip it into the bathtub and take a nice hot bath and get some hydration that way back in my system. But lavender, it relaxes me, makes me sleepy, takes away some of my nauseousness, and then I'll go to sleep for about 4 hours.
Alex,
then,
you have a peppermint now. You wonder if that would help you.
Peppermint will probably help too.
Yeah.
And then I will go back to sleep. I'll wake up, and then I'll have my tea, probably sometime after about 2 p.m. And then after that, I usually have like some toast or something like that.
No. You're forgetting the one thing that I always get you.
McDonald's.
She gets
I have to
chicken
have
McNuggets.
chicken nuggets. Like that is like that will push me over and get me back and feeling better. Nothing else.
I wonder if it's the sodium.
I don't know.
Because
just whenever I was sick as a child, that's what we would get is chicken nuggets. Like we would have soup, and then to kind of change it up, Mom would get us some chicken nuggets. I don't know why. Just because, I mean, they're probably not even like a bunch. It's probably not even chicken. But
not.
like that is the only thing. I can't have a burger. That is like, so I guess mine is still fast food, just like you guys. But it's chicken.
Specific.
It's bland. It's not that greasy. I can't have ketchup or any sauces with it. I just pretty much just nibble on chicken until
Look,
it was
this coaster holds the
until I'm feeling better. And then after that, after I
torch.
eat my chicken nuggets, it will, like an hour later, I'm eating everything in the house, and then I'm fine.
Oh yeah, she'll eat whatever.
And then I will destroy the kitchen and eat everything.
She'll go for anything
because I hadn't eaten in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then I'll drink a bunch of water.
mainly for sickness. It's just soup.
I don't really have anything for sick.
Like if you're sick, you just say screw it and just let me be sick.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You don't do anything like taking a bath or nothing?
I hate baths. You're sitting in shit water. Think about that for a second.
If you're unclean.
Think about that. Who is clean getting in a bathtub?
I keep myself relatively clean, I would think. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Are you with me on that, Brett?
Well, I understand what you're saying. I don't think it's to the degree that you said it.
I don't. It's not shit water.
Your ass is in there too, right?
You're sitting in soapy warm water.
Okay, Brett, when you take a shit, I'm going to... Do you use baby wipes to clean yourself, or do you just use toilet paper?
Toilet paper.
Okay, you are not 100% clean. Do you know this?
Yes.
Okay, then you're sitting in shit water in a bathtub.
You know what? It feels good. That's all I'm going to say. Baths
Gross.
are awesome. How many times do I take a
finish
bath?
off with a shower, and it's fine, but
you're sitting in it.
you
in
can
the
make
first
that
sense.
argument with if you get in a swimming pool, you're swimming in tons
I
of
hate
shit.
swimming pools.
What about
For
a pond?
that reason.
What about you go to the lakes every summer?
Lakes are filtered.
What?
Lakes run through rivers. Pools are stationary inside of a
Please.
concrete
So,
thing.
if you swallow some lake water, are you in trouble versus if you swallow some
Oh,
pool
you're in
water?
trouble either way. Lake water is disgusting.
Bodies of water are not clean.
Just
In
anybody.
Do you know
any
how
form.
many people...
Rivers are fine.
Okay, Josh.
Rivers are clean.
All right, talk about... Let's go to the lake conversation real quick.
Okay.
If we're sitting in the pool and you have to pee, you get out to go. But if we're in the lake, you take a piss in the lake.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I can't recall this situation. I've never
You don't
peed in a
remember-
lake.
Oh, bull crap. You don't remember being out on the boat and saying, I have to pee when we were out with, like, Luke and Cody, and we jumped off the boat.
Okay,
to
I
pee
was
in the
younger.
lake.
I was younger. No, actually, I would not get in and pee. I would pee off the side of the boat. I would never get in.
It's still in the lake.
If you peed in the lake, regardless if you were out of the lake at the time that it happened, it doesn't matter.
Do you know how many people go to the bathroom in the lake?
Okay, not just people, fish. Okay, that's a thing too. But I
my
hate
God.
pools. Hot tubs. The heat probably kills the damn bacteria. But the chemicals itself that you put into those things. It's just,
Go ahead and finish.
No, that's about it.
What I will
just
say, there are so many disgusting, dirty things that you're around all the time, and you have no idea because it really doesn't.
You have
matter.
no idea how much in
I'm
bathrooms.
boosting my immune system by taking a bath.
Oh, okay. By
There you
swimming in
go.
your own shit.
Yep.
Anyways, in the bathroom themselves, like when I'm done using the bathroom, if I'm not at home and I'm in a public restroom, I will use a paper towel to open up that door all the time.
Oh, I never touch
always do
anything
it.
in a bathroom.
Yeah, the same. That's the same thing with me.
It's the most disgusting place, especially coming from someone that worked at a restaurant and had to clean the damn thing.
Flashbacks. Those are the worst bathrooms
Do you
in
realize
my
how
life.
difficult it is to have to pee in heels and have to try to squat over that?
That's
Not only
that's
that-
where guys win. On that.
No. I still can't stand it because of the heat in the bathroom.
Heat?
Yeah, it gets really hot in the bathroom. There's no airflow.
Are you talking? That's the best place to be, actually, in flashbacks, is either outside or in the bathroom, because it's cold in the women's bathroom.
Oh, I'd rather have it cold.
I don't remember it being hot.
But if someone were to take a shit,
Oh, no, and it
it would
stinks.
linger in there.
Remember the time the guy was in there?
Yeah.
What?
That was so.
It was coming out like a waterfall.
He wouldn't like the security guard was like. He kept saying poop. He's like, "You're in there pooping." And he was so drunk. I don't know. It was so funny though.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I feel bad for you guys being guys that have to deal with, like, a drunk
There
guy's
is
bathroom.
one actual toilet and 2 urinals, and the urinals are not
all right, you
private.
You want to see
They're not.
a real woman's bathroom while she's drunk? Go to flashbacks or to a bar and go to a women's bathroom. It's disgusting.
No, not only is it disgusting, everyone's crying in there.
Yes, that's the place to go and cry. And that's the place to go and grab the only trash can that's in there and throw your head into it, because everybody's in there doing the same thing. And it's the whole waiting in line to go pee, and you know that person's either throwing up or passed out in the stall. The only 2 freaking stalls.
Well, there's only 2 stalls at flashbacks.
No, there's 3. The other one is usually out of commission because someone has clogged it
Yeah.
with a tampon or something. And it just was really stupid.
Could you imagine how many tampons go through that toilet?
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, to go back on home remedies. So when you're sick, Joshua,
Just
I
soup.
mean, I know you're not really ever sick, but
When I
you're
am,
sick,
I just go to soup.
go to soup.
Yep.
That's
the main
typically what
thing.
I go to. Is I go to soup and a bath. I like baths, and I like to be warm, and I like my sleep.
Right.
That's really about that. And my tea. My tea is like my tea and peanut butter toast is always like my go-to when I'm able to keep things down. I drink tea, a hot tea. I just don't like cold tea. I like hot tea with honey, and peanut butter toast is always like really, really good to eat.
Yeah, I think that'll
wrap
I think that'll
up.
wrap it up. That was some that was intense with the whole Blake thing.
So I just want to give I want to do a couple things before we plug it in here. First thing is a shout out to a new podcast that messaged us.
Oh yeah.
They are called the At the Moment Podcast.
Okay.
They have 3 episodes. I think I just
They're a
looked at
new
their profile.
podcast?
New podcast. They have 3 episodes on.
All right.
On their SoundCloud. But they messaged us. I'm actually going to read it. They gave us some praise. They said, "Hey, just wanted to reach out and let you know that as a group new to the podcasting world, you guys are amazing. Such an amazing group. Keep up the great work."
Wow,
Oh, well,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the At the Moment podcast. I was going to message them personally, but I was like, they need...
You know what's even better?
They need a
is
shout out.
They need a shout out.
Yes.
You should
Welcome
message
to
them personally
the
anyway.
Pattern family.
The Pottern family, yes. We what?
You should message them personally anyway.
I'll let them know
yeah.
that we give them a shout out too.
Yes.
And we just followed them on SoundCloud as well too. They
Okay. I'll have to check
they
those
just
guys out.
started out. Yeah, you always check out the podcast and the social media stuff. So I just saw that message the other day. It was a couple days ago, and I just wanted to hold off until today.
Well, I like those messages.
Yeah, they reached out to us, and not that many do. I mean, we've had a few people that are like, okay, you guys are great, and then that's when we also heard from Exploded It and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
But moving on from there, T-shirt Tuesday. Can't
Yes.
stress it enough.
Go ahead and just rehash T-shirt Tuesday.
I know I
real
said it
quick.
at the beginning of the podcast, but I'm going to push it even more. Make sure you go to our Facebook profile if you want to get a chance to win a T-shirt in your size of our PTO Unlimited podcast T-shirt. Go over there, like our page, comment on the post. It will be pinned to the top of our page, and share the post as well. Not anything that we've shared ourselves.
So they have to like, comment, and share, or like, comment, or share.
Like, comment, and share.
So it's
all 3.
All
you got to do all 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Brett, you must not get the concept
Nope,
of
I'm just
Facebook.
trying to-
He's,
Okay.
he's the one that posts it, comments on his own post.
What?
I'm just fucking with
Something that you would probably do.
No.
you. It's over your head, Brett.
Trying to make sure everybody understands the rules.
It's
Okay.
it says it on the damn picture.
Okay.
And you'll be
The winner will be announced on May 31st. on our podcast itself.
To win one of what Brett
On
and
the
I
podcast
are
or the precast?
modeling today.
Podcast.
Okay.
Yep. They have to listen to win. Pretty
Listen to
much.
win.
Listen
Cool.
to win. That's kind of the rule there. So we're going to plug it in, guys. I'm going to tell you guys what other apps we're on and all that stuff. So if you are listening to us, please know that we are on other apps as well. We are on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Blueberry, TuneIn, Satchel, the Xbox One podcast app, and Google Play Music. You can catch our video podcast on YouTube every Sunday night. And as always, we thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to everything that we do.
The video is good.
Oh, it's great.
It adds a little more to it than if you just listen to
Mhm.
the audio version.
Yeah.
I know myself listening to podcasts over the years has been all audio because I do it as I'm driving or doing other things.
Mhm.
But if you're more of a visual person, it's a very good, good job, Josh.
Very good tool for the stuff that I do. I put some work into it now. Like when I first started off, I was like, I'm just going to do this and this and this, and that's it. And now I'm like, I want to make sure people are engaged into what we're talking about.
It's very well put together. Good job.
Yep, and thanks guys for that as well.
I'm like, yep.
I'm like, we're like trying to give you praise, and he's like,
Well, it's not like I don't know what I do.
No, I know.
Okay.
So, and if you guys ever want to catch us on Exploded Radio, we are on exploded.com on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern. They play this current podcast. So if you guys want to check that out, we're on there as well. If you want to follow us on any of our social media apps, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited, Instagram, PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we're also on Twitter, which is at PTOUnlimited. Every Wednesday night, you can catch us live on all three of those stations at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We do our precast meeting where you can find out what we're going to talk about on our podcast. If you want to email us about any topics you want us to talk about, email us at ptounlimited@gmail.com. If you ever want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
Wrapping up 56.
Go to iTunes and leave us a review, please.
That would help as well. Yes, iTunes as well.
I would still like to do a Q&A through the email. Send a question. I'd like to do, even if it's just a segment sometime, of a Q&A type thing.
Actually, on the precast or anything, if there's anything you guys want to ask us, we will answer that on our podcast, and we'll give you guys a shout out as well. That sounds like a great thing to do.
Everybody likes a shout out.
Yep. Everyone likes to be, acknowledged.
Sure. Alrighty.
So, we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks for listening, watching, viewing, doing whatever, however you intake it.
Yes, and Alex just went bing. If you don't know what that means, check out our YouTube. Check out our video. So, bye, guys.
Bye.